Hey guys, what's going on? It's KrystalKollectz, and today I'll be doing an analysis of the upcoming Pokemon release, Vivid Voltage. So this means I'll be breaking down the current card list that was just announced for the English release into its respective Japanese sets. So not only will you guys have a better idea of where all these cards come from, but you also get a little sneak peek into all these beautiful cards. Of course, this set is massive. I will not be going through every single card. I will only be highlighting some of my personal favorites and also cards that I believe have some significance in this upcoming release. Before we get started, of course, please smash that like button if you haven't already, and also subscribe if you enjoy my multi-language Pokemon content. Let's get going. Alright guys, so just to give an overview, I'm going to be going through the cards from the two Japanese sets, Astonishing Volt Tackle and Legendary Heartbeat, in different categories. Of course, cards from both sets, so you guys have a good idea of what these cards are. So I'm going to start off with the Holographics, and a lot of people ask, what is my favorite Pokemon? It's actually Lugia. So here I have the Japanese version. This is the one with the holographic borders. Conveniently, I also pulled the Korean version, also Legendary Heartbeat. It already came out in South Korea. So you guys can already compare. I have the Korean version specifically to show you guys. It has yellow borders because that's what it's going to look like in English. The Japanese one, of course, has the holographic borders. The shine is a bit different, which is very interesting. I can't say if the shine is going to be this dull in English, but you have a better idea of what to expect. Of course, really beautiful artwork from Legendary Heartbeat, and this is also on the pack art. I wish it had an amazing rare version, but just wanted to show you guys a bit of the differences. Also, more of my favorite holographics. This is actually from Astonishing Volt Tackle. Here we have Leon. Actually, the name in Japanese is Dande, and this is another reason why I love opening cards in different languages, just because of the name differences, you know? And also, the Charizard, or the Craig, or the Lizardon in Japanese. What I like about this card specifically is the fact that Dande, or Leon, is also featured in the background. So two of my favorite holographics from Astonishing Volt Tackle. One shocking thing I did realize though, actually, since I had a lot of duplicates from opening so many boxes, I did sell some of these on the side. These flew off the shelf. I did not expect that for Japanese holographic cards. Of course, it's Charizard. There's a big Charizard Craig in the Western crowd. I think they go for around like $7 to $12 depending where you sell it. But honestly, guys, if you pull this, I would hold on to it. You can even compare it to the English version I have right here. It will have the yellow borders, of course. Japanese cards are the ones with the holographic borders. And also in the Sword and Shield era, they just started implementing this linear pattern. They didn't do that too much in the Sun and Moon series, so very interesting to see. So that is it for the holo cards. I'm going to go on to the V cards next. So from Legendary Heartbeat, we have here ZARUDE V. So why did I pick this specific card? So actually Legendary Heartbeat was supposed to be released in coordinates with the movie Pokemon COCO in Japan on July 10th. Both release dates being the same for Legendary Heartbeat and the movie. But because of the pandemic, they had to push it back all the way to Christmas. Interestingly enough, there is a $500 version of this card, which is a promo. So Japan, there's a Japanese ice cream brand called Garigari-kun that did a collaboration with Pokemon. I have a whole video on it. If you guys haven't checked it out already, I'll leave a link in my description. A little bit too much to explain in this video, but there's a very expensive version of this card. But this is also a regular card and Legendary Heartbeat, expected in Vivid Voltage. It is on the pack card. So really cool card there. And also there's a beautiful full art card as well. One of my personal favorites from Legendary Heartbeat. So just wanted to show this to you guys as well. And another cool V card to talk about is actually Alakazam V. So interestingly enough, this card is not on the list for Vivid Voltage. It is coming out as a promo from a collection box. It has a jumbo card version as well, but thankfully the full art version is going to be on the card list. So you can pull this from Vivid Voltage, but this one you can't. Very interesting difference. So just wanted to bring that up. I know Alakazam is a favorite for a lot of you, especially if you're a Generation 1 junkie. I also have the full art cards I want to show you guys as well. So of course Pikachu for Astonishing Volt Tackle is a big favorite of ours. Did manage to pull the full art, the VMAX, and also the rainbow. I'll go through one at a time, of course. So from Astonishing Volt Tackle, of course, Pikachu, many of our favorites since day one. The full art is beautiful. I love the pink background, very vibrant. It will be, of course, in Vivid Voltage, not as a promo. There was a lot of promos though in Astonishing Volt Tackle. There are 5 different Pikachu promos that you could pull from this single promo packet. It was yellow. There's one holo, 2 non-holos, 1 VMAX, and 1V. I believe the VMAX is the most expensive. It's still up there between like $90 and $120. Very hard to pull. So this is the regular VMAX version, not the promo. It is a different artwork, but you can pull this one in English. I don't know if the promos are going to come out in English. It might be through collection boxes. I cannot confirm at this time. But one thing to notice about the VMAX cards for the regular set in Vivid Voltage, I noticed that the VMAX cards, at least in Japanese, had print lines. So if you plan on getting this graded, just keep an eye out for the print lines. I think this one perhaps a little hard to see. It usually appears here, here, or even vertically. So just keep an eye out if you plan on getting this graded. Can't say the same though for the rainbow. The rainbow seems to be in pretty good condition from what I saw. Very, very hard to pull. So if you do manage to pull it early on, big congrats. It is also very expensive. I did hear that it is going up in price, and even the Taiwanese version is going up there. The Taiwanese and the Japanese release actually share the same release this time around for Astonishing Volt Tackle. But yeah, so really beautiful card. Don't know the market for the Korean version, but just wanted to show you guys, since Pikachu is a big favorite of many of us, another type of card to feature. Of course, you guys have heard from Legendary Heartbeat, we have the amazing rares. So I have here all 6. There's going to be Celebi. We of course have Rayquaza, my personal favorite. We have Raikou. Again, beautiful cards because it also is textured. Even the energies are textured and also have some shine to them, and it's labeled A here for amazing rare. Also have Zacian, really, really beautiful. Jirachi. So Jirachi was actually notably the most expensive amazing rare when Legendary Heartbeat came out, but I think now the market did drop to between 35 and 40. So very, very beautiful card still. I mean, still my favorite is Rayquaza, but wanted to bring this up. In English, it will have the yellow borders, all of these cards, and actually that's why I wanted to bring up Zamazenta. So if you guys have seen my Korean Legendary Heartbeat opening, I actually did manage to pull this card in Korean, and it has the yellow borders. So if you plan on opening Vivid Voltage in English, expect it to look more like this than the Japanese version. The Japanese and Taiwanese versions will have the silver borders. The Korean and English will have the yellow borders. I think the texture will also be thicker than the Japanese version, so as you can see, there is a slight shine difference. Still expect it to be beautiful though, I will not complain. I'm sure it'll be just as beautiful in English, and you can also read all the text. But significant difference with texturing and border color, but still beautiful cards to take note of. Again, there will be 6 amazing rares in total. The most expensive will most likely be Jirachi. Okay guys, and on to the full art trainer cards. I do like these specifically. I'm not going to show all of them, just the ones I really find significant, because there's a lot of gym leaders and I do like that. So with Legendary Heartbeat, we have here Alistair. Also in Japanese, the name is called Onion. Really, really funny there. Really adorable. Also have the rainbow version. So of course, they have their different textures, which is very interesting. This one has a very circular texture in the background, and this one has a very different texture. The Ghost Gym Leader, I believe in Shield. One thing to take note of, the texture will be thicker in English. The cardstock is very different. It's thinner in Japanese, so you can definitely see the texturing better in the background, and there's also more shine in these cards. But of course, more cards from Legendary Heartbeat. I do have Beauty, and also the hyper rare version. Again, it's funny how the texturing here looks like the background here, but the texturing here is completely different. So just showcasing some of the trainer cards, very beautiful. And my personal favorite from Astonishing Volt Tackle, we have here Nessa, and also the rainbow rare. So beautiful. I love Nessa, the water gym leader. Very, very beautiful. Very shocked to actually pull these 2 in one video. But there's also going to be Bea or Saito, and also Dande or Leon, just to remind you guys. Nessa's Japanese name is actually Lurina. So really beautiful name. There's also going to be a Nessa box coming out for a Shiny Star V. Very excited for that as well. The last trainer card I actually wanted to make note of. So this actually did not come out in any Japanese set. It was actually a promo for Darkness Ablaze in Japanese version, which is actually Mugen Zone or Infinity Zone. That's the logo for that set right here. This actually was given out at Pokemon Centers along with any purchase of Infinity Zone at the time of the release back in June 5th of 2020. So very, very beautiful card. One thing to actually note is this card actually came out in base set Sword and Shield in Taiwanese and Thai. So this is actually a card you can pull in those languages, but in Japanese, it comes as only a promo. So you actually can't pull this in Japanese. But it's interesting to me how it's coming out in Vivid Voltage as a pullable card. With that being said, there won't be a rainbow version to this. If you take a look at the card list, you'll notice you can only get this card in the non-rainbow version. So very, very interesting to note, but definitely a very beautiful card. All right, guys, and last but not least, we have our beautiful gold card. So I'm going to start out with Legendary Heartbeat first. So there are a total of 6 gold cards. I'm just going to show 5 today. I'll explain shortly. So we have here from Legendary Heartbeat, Toughness Cloak. I believe this is Leon's cloak, but it's really, really beautiful. Again, guys, these will be shinier in the Japanese cardstock, whether it's in Taiwanese, Japanese, etc. The English cards won't be as shiny, but they'll be thicker in texture. Another one from Legendary Heartbeat is Hero's Medal. Really, really beautiful card. And also, last but not least, the shiny Oranguru gold card. One of the most beautiful cards from Legendary Heartbeat, of course, will be in Vivid Voltage. And also, there will be a shiny Obstagoon from Astonishing Volt Tackle. I don't have the card. You can take a look at it right here. But from the remainder of Astonishing Volt Tackle, I do have the Memory Capsule. Beautiful, beautiful card, actually. Really caught my attention when Astonishing Volt Tackle came out. And also, last but not least, we have the Telescopic Scope. So beautiful card overall. Again, total of 6 gold cards. 3 from Legendary Heartbeat and 3 from Astonishing Volt Tackle, so you guys get a better idea of where these cards come from. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. You know, something a little different. Just wanted to make it a bit more educational, so when you're opening Vivid Voltage, you have a better idea of where these cards come from. And before we get to the conclusion of today's video, I just wanted to put a disclaimer for you guys. I will actually not be opening Vivid Voltage in English, but I will be opening it actually in European languages, whether that be French, German, Spanish, or Portuguese. You might be wondering why. So you guys know that the theme of my channel is opening cards in multiple languages. You guys recall, I actually did Open Champions Path in Spanish, titled Camino de Campeones. I had a blast with you guys, you know, comparing the names in Spanish of the trainer cards versus the English. You know, I really feel like that's the true essence of my channel. I really enjoy doing that more so than opening English plaques like everyone else. And for me to really grow as a content creator, I just want to do what I do best and continue down that route. So expect me to open Vivid Voltage, just not in English. I hope you guys can come to understand my reasoning and also continue to support, you know, this channel and explore all these different languages of Pokemon with me. So with that being said, I hope that you guys can smash that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and also subscribe if you enjoy my multi-language Pokemon openings. We'll see you guys in the next one.